Hi and welcome to Inside Line for another week. This time we're looking at the latest in niche cars, as well as our upcoming Car of the Year announcement. But first, there's the news that Ferrari could be sold, potentially to Volkswagen. Now, Richard, VW already has Bugatti, Bentley, Lamborghini, Porsche. Do they really need another one?
Probably not, I would have thought, especially not another Italian car maker once you've got Lamborghini. But they've also got Audi, which has been nipping at the heels of the supercar makers with its R8. So, it almost sounds like megalomania to me.
Well, the other thing with all those cars is a bit of competition never hurts. I mean, we've seen Porsche, Lamborghini and Ferrari really bounce off each other in the last sort of 10 or 20 years to produce better cars. If they're all in the one stables, is it still going to go that way? That's right, and will Ferrari retain that character that's so important? You know, that people buy that car mainly because of the Italian character. You know, if it's suddenly a clinically brilliant German car, will people still buy it? Interesting times. Now, also this week is the news that BMW has confirmed its radical Vision Efficient Dynamics concept car for the showroom. Now, Richard, this is a car that accelerates like a supercar but uses less fuel than a Toyota Prius. Surely it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I just want to see the price first. I mean, if this is a car that does all that but costs you $300,000, then the impact on the environment versus a Camry hybrid that's $35,000 and within the reach of most people is fairly negligible.
But isn't that missing the point a bit? This car's obviously about here's what we can do, and here's one of the first ones of its type.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. This is what we can do, but that it also begs the question: what is it that you aren't doing? And that's providing an affordable car for the masses that's really going to have a significant impact on your carbon footprint.
It would be pretty cool, though, wouldn't it? Take home to the neighbours.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I'll have one.
Yeah, you'll be the first one to grab the keys when it comes through the office, I'm sure.
I definitely will be.
Now, Drive also heard that BMW is considering an open-top version of its already niche X6 off-roader. And the news comes at the same time that Nissan released pictures of its radical Murano Cross Cabriolet, a pretty weird-looking gadget indeed. Now, surely this is yet another case of a question that nobody's asked.
True, yes, but I also think that there's some sort of logic in the concept, because it's an off-roader, it's an outdoorsy type of car. So, you know, what better car than to have something that really lets the outdoors in?
You've got a Jeep Wrangler that lets the outdoors in.
Well, that's
more ways than one.
I think the more they search for these niches, the more they're going to come up and discover one that's already been done. And the Jeep Wrangler is a classic case of that.
Yeah,
it has been done.
You know, it just makes me wonder. I mean, convertibles struggle already with rigidity and with making them drive like a normal car because they don't have the structure of the roof. Suddenly you put all that weight of a four-wheel drive and rip the roof off, it's going to be hard to do, surely.
Yeah, it is a tough thing to do. I mean, just ask Jeep Wrangler.
Now, finally this week, we've just returned from our annual Car of the Year testing, which is the largest of its type in Australia. Now, the awards are announced next week, November 25, and all up, there were 47 cars driven more than 20,000 kilometres. And Richard, once again, it wasn't without controversy.
Certainly wasn't. I mean, I think one of the areas that we debated long and hard was the large car area. I mean, there's only two cars in that category, which says something in itself about that category. But yeah, do you start merging the medium and the large cars?
That's something we've chatted about a fair bit, and I know you're very passionate to go one way, but you know, I guess we're trying to keep that consumer guide there. The other one that everyone really chatted a lot about was the luxury over $60,000.
That's right. I mean, it's a difficult one as well, because you're putting $200,000 limousines up against ones that cost half the money, and it's really hard to see where is the value in the more expensive cars.
It is, but we've got there. We've come up with the answers. So, as I said, November 25 is when all the results are announced. Well, that's it for Inside Line this week. For your daily motoring fix, stay tuned to Drive.com.au. We'll see you next time.